Welcome everybody to Grove Barbershop Radio. We're here at Oak Ridge, Tennessee at the Grove Barbershop. This is a real barbershop. We do business every day, but we also do some other things. One of which is we have small, intimate concerts with artists like the gentleman that I have here today. So we're here with Vaughn, Haney, and Seth Morgan. I'm Jeff Hackler. I own the barbershop with Laura, my wife. So we're talking to these gentlemen. They are in a band as well as they do their some solo stuff, some duets, and so we want to talk to them today about what they're doing in music, and also the show that's coming up with us on June the 20th. So I guess we just start with maybe we'll start with you, Vaughn. Just can you tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into music, whatever you want to tell us.
Well, I grew up in Oliver Springs. I learned how to play guitar sitting across from my cousin. She's more like a sister to me. She taught me for years. I don't know how she did it because I was really bad for a long time. I'm still not great, but we've made some progress. Just playing a lot of old country, just whatever we wanted to sit around and sing. Grew up singing in church. My mama has played the organ in our church since she was 13, still doing it to this day.
Yeah.
So music's always been a big part of my life. So now it's great to me being able to play music out places, get to write songs and kind of express our personal feelings and opinions through music with some of the best friends I've got.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. That's good. Seth, I know you a little bit. I used to cut your hair before you stopped cutting your hair. So tell us a little bit about you. How did you get into this thing? What's going on with you?
Yeah, so I grew up in Oliver Springs as well, and just always grew up with a love for music. And whenever I moved to Cookeville to start college, it seemed like everybody on my entire dorm floor played guitar or played an instrument of some sort. And just through exposure, started playing a little bit, and then it wasn't until after I graduated college and started working at Anderson County Schools and met Vaughn. I knew Vaughn growing up, but until I started really hanging out with him, that was kind of the turning point for us writing songs and playing songs together. And it's kind of grown a lot from there. So it started with just Vaughn and I, and we found on Facebook, I would say Facebook Marketplace for musicians, we found a bass player, and he was awesome, and we played our first show just as a trio, but he selfishly went to med school to pursue his dreams, but that was whenever we delved into finding our drummer, Tommy Campbell, and after we found a drummer, we found our bass player, Ken Jett, and kind of grew into the past 6 to 8 months where we played a lot of shows around Oak Ridge and Anderson County, Roane County in general, and having a lot of fun with it.
Mm-hmm. Y'all seem like you're having a blast when I see you. I see you on Facebook and see some of your video clips. You all seem like you're having a great time. What I wanted to talk to you a little bit and then let you play a song, but what I'm super interested in is original music, and really when I started looking into y'all stuff, I absolutely love it. I love the way that you combine place, region in this area. You put in religion, which is of course a part of our region, and you kind of have your own spin on those things, but you can really tell your life experience and the things that you care about in community and friendship and ways in which to move in the world and cope. It's all in there. It's really deep and powerful. And so I thought maybe we could just let y'all play one of those originals if you have one ready for us.
Yeah.
Which one do you do first?
3 for $5 beers. You want to do that one?
Yeah.
Great song.
Sure ain't my season, sure as hell ain't my year. Spent my last 20 scratch-off lottos and 3 for $5 beers. Asking strangers for money, a cigarette behind my ear, thinking if I just won that lotto, I'd put this life I live in the rearview mirror. All my clothes would say Prada, Loretta to my right, sipping Moet and Chandon, ain't a cloud in sight. I daydream about it, but I ain't nowhere near. Guess I'll just bunker some food and wash it down, 3 for $5 beers. Hell, I can't complain. Except the weather's turning cold, clouds are hanging out and it's spitting some rain. Cursing the devil, cursing God the same. Pretty tough when you're down so bad you just don't know who's to blame. Wish I could afford a fancy bottle, Loretta across from me. We drink it down to the bottom. Have all you want, cause it's all on me. But I can't afford it. None of my checks will clear. Guess I'll just bunker some food and wash it down, 3 for $5 beers.
Very good.
Thank you.
So good.
Thank you.
So, I was thinking about asking you guys your songwriting and how that kind of works. I mean, sometimes there's just things that catch you, like this song. Because I was telling you the other night, we were texting back and forth, and I listened to this song. And I'm like, I think that what I love about this song is that there's been many times in my life I was about a paycheck away from this guy, or felt like I was. And I think when you see these folks in these positions, you think, oh, wow, like, I totally get that. I can relate. So maybe y'all could talk, maybe Seth, was this your song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you talk to us a little bit about songwriting, and then maybe Vaughn, you can talk about your process too, but we can start with Seth.
Yeah. So I am like a professional people watcher, and I like kind of observational humor in general, and I go to the same gas station every single day, sometimes twice, depends on the day. But there's usually a guy that's, kind of walking around the pumps asking people for, a buck here or there. And it's like the same dude every time, and the story changes every other time. But it kind of makes you think too, it's just like what you were saying, we've all almost been that guy. So I like kind of the human side, like, okay, well, what's this guy's story? He probably didn't set out to be asking for, spare change at a gas station. That probably wasn't his life's goal. So I kind of like exploring like what's his story, and making up kind of like a little world, through this guy's eyes. So I also read a lot of books and read a lot of John Steinbeck books, and he's really good with imagery, and I don't know, he paints such a pretty picture of things that, usually don't have pretty pictures painted about them.
Yeah.
So
it's a good way to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think to almost maybe not even romanticize, but somehow put into art difficulty, because that's a part of life. A part of life is not just the happy parts, but the parts that are somewhat depressing. But we can sometimes at least, I don't know, make art with them, or make something meaningful, even though it's a rough time that people are having.
yeah.
I like that. And you play with it too. It's not just super serious.
Yeah. The second I take myself serious is like the second I lie to myself. I'm a very unserious individual.
Yeah. Well said. What about you, Vaughn? Tell us about. I think maybe. Do you have one that is original to you that you've got on?
Yeah.
Listed.
I've written a couple that we play. I've written so many just garbage songs. But like Seth said, I had to start taking myself less serious. One of my biggest inspirations for songwriting is I don't really have a process. One of my favorite songs I've written, to be quite frank, I don't remember writing. I woke up the next morning and it was in my notes on my phone.
Oh, wow.
But one of my favorite bands, it's a band called the Turnpike Troubadours out of Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And their singer, Evan Felker, he is an absolute poet when it comes to writing. And the building worlds and imagery he can paint such a picture in one verse of a song and it feels like you're sitting right there.
Yeah.
So that's one of my biggest inspirations, is just trying to, like you said, even putting art to the depressing sides of life and bringing a little bit of levity to it, but keeping it realistic, and just trying to make the words that I write where somebody can hear it and just relate to it, not know me from Adam, but they can hear something and it hits them. It can hit everybody a different way, but I want to give everybody something to resonate with the music we put out.
Yeah. Well, do you have original that you want to play of yours today?
I'm not like Seth. I don't have all mine memorized, so I'm going to have to look at the words.
No, feel free.
Regarding the serious nature of Vaughn and myself, I think it speaks volumes too that Vaughn has a sticker of Rubble from Paw Patrol on his guitar, so father first for sure. Vaughn just, him and his wife just had another child, so Vaughn, he's running off of caffeine and vibes.
Oh yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I just have to give a shout out to my wife, because without her, none of this would be possible, especially having another child. She's an absolute trooper and such a saint, being willing to watch both of the kids so I can go out here and have fun. Love her to death, can't appreciate her enough for continuing to allow me to play as much music as we do.
That's great. Yeah.
This
Cheers.
is one called Cheers, and it goes back to just kind of the shitty parts of life and bringing a little bit of humor into it. You say I drink too much. You say I think too much. I just go back and blame the family tree, 'cause there's so many more like me. You hate the drunk me. I can't handle sobriety, so I'll just go and tie one on right and get on moving on. So I plead the fifth and change